Okay, so today you're going to be working on the Stranger Things activity. If you are KVA, this is something that you need to do at home during your class time. Remember, we will not have a Zoom today because I am absent. So the first thing before we get started, I wanted to remind you that your test review is due Monday by 11:59. If you're working on the hard copy, questions 11 and 13 need to be updated. So the hard copy, you may not be able to see the shading on question 11. And on question 13, football should say 20 votes instead of 120 votes. And then up here, it should say 200 students. If you need to pause this video to make those edits, you may do so now. All right, so for today's minor activity, the first thing that we need to do is go to modules. So in modules, you're going to scroll down to the third 6 weeks and Friday 11-13 Stranger Things activity minor 3.2. From there, you have 3 things. You have your Google slide, your Google form, and your recording sheet. If you have a printer, you can print out the recording sheet. If not, you need to write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. There are 24 questions, so make sure when you're writing your answers that there are spaces for 24 answers. You're also going to show your work on the recording sheet or on your separate sheet of paper and upload a picture of your work to Canvas. The other 2 things are the Google Slides and the Google Form. You will need to open both of those. So on the Google Form, it will open up to this page, and you need to put your first name, your last name, my name, and your class period, and then you can hit next. So it is really important that we read the directions, we read everything as we go through this, because if anybody has done an escape room before, that's what this activity is based off of. So we need to be able to read the hints to find the questions and answer them. So this first part says, use the alphabet letters and pick the ones that, in order, correlate with the last name of the abducted child. So if we read this backstory, if you've never seen Stranger Things before, you can read the backstory and you will learn that Will Byers was abducted. So you would use his last name here, and notice that it says all caps. So when you type in your answer, it needs to be in all caps. Now you're going to use those letters and go to the Google Slides, and that's how you're going to find your questions. So the first letter is B, so I'm going to click on the B, and that takes me to question 1. I'm going to write my answer on the recording sheet and right here, whatever my answer is. Then my next letter is Y, so I'm going to go back to the Google Slides, go home, and click on the Y, and it's going to take me to question number 2. Same thing, record your answer on your recording sheet and on the Google form. And you're going to keep going until you have an answer for all of these questions. And then you're going to hit next. So the next section says that the Demogorgon was the predatory humanoid creature that terrorized Hawkins and originally came from the Upside Down. Read the clues carefully to find the problems. So when you go down here, number 6 gives us a clue. So it says 11 defeated and destroyed the Demogorgon on the show. The question is on the power plug that looks like 11. So when we go back to our main slide, we can look at the whole screen and we're going to look for the power plug that's shaped like an 11. Oh, right here we have a plug that looks like an 11. So when we click on that, it should take us to question 6. We're going to answer that and we're going to put our answer in here. So these are the hints that lead you to the questions. Once you finish answering, you'll click next and you'll just keep going through the Google form until you are finished. It is super important that you keep writing your answers on the recording sheet as well, because if you do not finish during class time, which I don't expect you to because it's a lot of work, that's why we're giving you 2 days. But if you do not finish during class time, this does not save your answers. So it's important that you write them down so that on Monday when we come back, you can just type in all of your answers and start where you left off. I hope this helps clarify what you're doing, and if you have any questions, you can send me an email. I will try my best to get back to them, but if I don't, keep in mind that we will work on this on Monday as well, so you can ask me questions then. All right, y'all have fun today. Bye.